Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into round number 4 of the 2019 Ride365.com Nationals in MX Simulator, powered by RaceFactorGaming.com. My name is Kellen Brower, live here on SYS TV. Excited to bring you guys the action here for the 4th round of the series in the Nationals. And we're going to get action started here tonight with the 250 class coming up first. We're going to see 250 Moto 1 and Moto 2 before we get our 450 guys lined up and on the gate here tonight. And they're going to be taking on this lovely track that you see right in front of us here, the classic High Point track. Changed up a little bit in recent years to have a little bit more of the switchbacks through the valley, but still a fantastic track and going to be a good one for us to watch here tonight. While they get stuff sorted, I suppose I could do a flavor and show you guys around this track while we try to get qualifying times loaded as well. It seems like the Race Factory site is loading a little bit slow at the moment. Lunch Money Lewis wants to know, are we going to have an SYS best whip after the races? Heck, maybe. There's an awesome Oppo whip jump in the back on this track. So maybe we'll have to throw something like that together. That might be kind of fun. But I'll also be doing a whip cam during these races, both 250 and 450 classes on the first lap. On that big jump in the back, we're going to have a little whip cam action where when everybody comes up to the jump, I'm just going to stabilize the camera. And yeah, we're going to watch everybody hit it and see who gets the most froggy fresh. And the winner is going to receive one virtual high five from yours truly. Coming up to that jump right now. Let's see if I can do this jump justice. I was doing pretty good in the video earlier on that I made, but sometimes I'm usually pretty garbage. Kind of a big straight up whip, but that was terrible if I'm honest. Oh, that didn't work either. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. A-Wood joining up in here. We got Scrax also. Everybody's getting acclimated to the stream. VGG Films wants to know, how do you turn off chat in Sim? Very simple, my dear friend. What you're going to do is go into game, and you're going to go ahead and hit the T button, and you pull up chat, and then you type in /message lines, no spaces, and 0. And it says maximum showing message lines is now 0. And when you exit out, no longer chat in the upper left-hand corner. Pretty easy. And the reason that I put 0 is because it just says that you're showing 0 messages. You can put like 3, 4, 18, whatever you want, and it'll show that many recent messages. I use 0 obviously because I don't want to see recent messages. No problem, VGG. What's up, MX Master 46? We also got KTM Jones or Johnsy 814 up in the house. The Racer Rat 66 also here tonight. Everybody joining up in the stream and checking it out. By the way, a little update on the Twitch channel at the moment. I added commands now to the chat, so you guys can do !commands, or I think !command or commands, and it shows you guys all the commands that are available. All we got right now is the PC specs, and then like our social feeds and stuff like that, but you guys can use those to check out recent commands. We'll get more of that stuff set up into next week, and a couple other things coming soon to the channel as well. So finally getting around to like actually making the Twitch channel as good as it should be, because it's been a long time coming. I've been fantastic, Fins Fan 555. Hope you're doing well as well. Looks like we still are experiencing some issues, perhaps on the Race Factor Gaming side. I can't get the website to load, or else I would show you guys qualifying times. SYS best whip after every round. Yeah, I feel like that would be sweet, but sometimes the rounds don't have like a big jump like this one that would be awesome to throw big whips on. So maybe. There's a good little like kind of turn up floater whip. Not very good at whips, I will admit that. There are a lot of people that are much better at whips than I. I am stoked for tonight's race, Fins Fan. Look at me, I'm double whipping out here. That's how excited I am. Land it! Ah. Yeah, it seems like there's a issue going on with Race Factory right now. Peeking through chat, not seeing any official update at the moment. So hopefully things are sorted. If things are not sorted and they actually are having website issues, that would be a major bummer for the racing side of things tonight, but it also perhaps sets us up for the most epic best whip contest ever if we don't get a race off here tonight, I feel. There's a nice little floater whip. Coupled up with a little backflip off the anthill. Haywood, you gotta start showing up to the stream before I start, dude. I'm not gonna keep pulling you in midstream. VGG says he has the top 10 qualifying results on Discord, and I believe him. So let's take a look here. Let's move this out here and take a look. And then zoom in. So currently this is what we're looking at qualifying time-wise. Still can't get the Race Factory site to load, unfortunately. But Gebhardt 58.2 over Klein on a 59.6, Dickerson on a 59.8, and everybody else 2 flat back. So wow, our top 3 putting down some burner laps. Tyler Lane, Colby Eaglin, Colton Mitchell, Kyle Robb, Bryce Whelan, Gonzalez, and Seaberg. Rounding out the top 10. And yeah, we'll get around to 450 qualifying times when 450 times come around. And since I'm out of here, I might as well go ahead and move in my co-host here tonight, the one, the only 2013 Southwick champion, Andrew Wood, in the booth here tonight. What's going on, Haywood?
Hello. Not much actually. Just excited for some racing tonight.
Yeah, hopefully we have an awesome race on hand once we get through a little bit of these issues that appear to be going on. Haven't heard anything official in chat. Let's see. If everyone could just close out of the RF site, that would be nice. So it sounds like there is a little bit of problem with perhaps bandwidth load on the site. Oh, but my site just loaded, so maybe Cohen Hour is going to get set up now.
Yeah, it seems like that almost every week. It gets really slow. I mean, obviously, I was just trying to load it up a few minutes ago, and you're trying to figure out, okay, where'd I end up? And so it kind of puts a load on the site, so I think if everybody just hops off that, then we'll be fine to go. I don't think any big issues.
Well, sweet. Well, I'm going to keep trying to throw whips. I was trying to get a good Oppo whip off. I was doing some nice ones earlier, but yeah, that was before I turned the stream on.
Yeah, the pressure gets to you all the time.
It does, man. It really does.
If you're not sliding your back brake, you just got to get that cross up really good.
Yeah, I don't slide my back brake because, yeah, I use a trigger for a back brake because I'm an idiot. So locking it up is pretty hard.
Yeah, I use a button, but I have it on normal. I think you're just pulling back too much.
It would really bring in the heat out here tonight. Already yawning.
Sorry, dude. I went to the track today. I'm sorry. I got it. No more yawns.
We also got people dropping some fats in chat. That's all of our subscribers here, our lovely SYS family. Now that I've got it set up, anybody that actually subscribes to the channel is actually a member of the SYS VIP Club, which will have some perks coming soon. Working on a couple of those things, but I think your banner tag should now say SYS VIP instead of just subscriber or whatever it used to say. There we go. We got a restart going up in here. I'll tell you what.
I think we have a stat consi for 250s.
We do. Spec Justin Carney in the 250 SCQ, winky face. By the way, Anthony Piccione, Piccione, whatever your name is, I'm going to keep messing it up, and you're going to keep donating these biddies because you're legendary. Appreciate it, dude. And yeah, I hope things are going well in the AM class. I know that you qualified fastest when we spoke with you on Monday. Piccioni. Bibbidi bobbidi Piccioni.
All right, let's see. Craig Leak, Alex Heckman, Braden Carter, Bloxham, Jack Fowler, Fred Heather, Zoa Cross. Jeez, what?
Sounds like we got ourselves a nice stacked last chance qualifier on the docket here at High Point.
See if I can load the RF site. I'm wondering if they didn't run laps or if they just couldn't figure it out.
We also got the legendary Manitou in here right now. Dropping by, Mighty Manny, Alana Salas. I think he should be getting ready for his 250 motos any moment. So good to see some actual pro guys that are heading out on the track dropping by the stream. As they would said, we got Bloxham, Cross, Leak, Carter, Brennan, Brett Powers, Carney, Connor Wells, Matt Model, Fred Heather, Alex Heckman, Kyle Howard, Jack Fowler, Jonathan Alexander, Horton Tarnation. These guys are all rippers. How did they end up in the LCQ, I may ask?
Yeah, it looks like they tried from what I can kind of see. Maybe a few Fowler's a little bit off, but they all put laps in, but not very fast. The 250 class is very close with the top 40 qualifying time. Doesn't seem to be spread out as much as 450s normally is.
Well, we're going to take a look at old Donut MX Brett Powers here, man who holds the most YouTube views on a single MX Simulator video in the history of the game, lined up here tonight. We're excited to see how he's going to do. 4 laps for these guys, 4 going through. Who will it be as we are off and running? Leak with a good start.
Like Craig Leak.
Heckman's going to get to the corner first, but does he hold it, or is it Wells maybe down the inside? Looks like Wells gets that hole shot. Everybody try to funnel in behind. We got Leak up here. And Heckman with Donut right behind. They'll work their way down the downhill rollers.
Carney sending it with a different line, makes some passes up into 4th.
Yeah, Justin Carney on that 227's bringing Chandler blocks him. Oh, and it looks like Powers got stacked up.
Yeah, I kind of let up a little bit and then tried to get on the gas, but he wasn't completely clear, so kind of got his front wheel messed up a little bit. But we got Carney a little bit messed up here too. Back to 5th.
Leak was taking a look at the leader, Wells, as we head up to big triple step up on the first lap. We're going to get a little bit of action here over the jump. Let's take a look at it from this perspective. Anybody getting sideways? Oh, got a little... Oh, Kyle Howard, and then, oh my God, Reno Brennan was backwards, Bloxham was sideways, and Matt Model almost bringing up the rear. Actually, it was the 255 bringing up the rear there. Love a little bit of action.
Jonathan Alexander tossing it. That camera is going to be sweet. I wasn't expecting.
I know, these guys are getting sideways. It's the constant. They're trying to make the motos as Craig Lee goes off the track there.
Wow, we got a freight train to 5th, but the top 4 have separated themselves really well. About 5-second gap back to 5th. Braden Carter, Jack Fowler, Brett Powers, Donut, Matt Model. A lot of these guys feel like they should be there.
Oh, and all the leaders are going down. Craig Leak just goes to the lead as Wells crashed, and Heckman hit him, and then Howard also flipped off of Wells. So Carter moves to 2nd, Carney's up to 3rd, and Wells is in 4th, but as you said, he's got everybody behind him.
Yeah, big shakeup. It looks like it just brought that pack back. Our leader, Craig Leak, might be a little bit more in the clear, but definitely not for a transfer spot. We're going to have a great race here.
So Carney trying to hold tight as Wells gets down the inside and takes him down. Wells gets hung up in the corner as well, and here comes literally everybody else. Looks like Powers was able to benefit from that, as did Jack Fowler.
Oh my gosh. Wells to the inside, takes out Heckman. Fowler is still grinding.
Yeah, Fowler gets away, and Howard is now up into the 5 spot. It looks ahead of Matt Model. Jonathan Alexander's moving forward. We still got a ton of guys trying to go forward here. Zoa Cross obviously doesn't want to miss out. Jonathan Alexander throwing down on the tabletop in the middle of the track.
Yeah, he tossed it. Oh, Braden Carter, P2 down. Those guys are going to jump over him. Fowler's going to go over. Howard's going to still end up right behind him in 5th.
So now Carter's on that bubble
Carney
spot.
Down. Donut down. Model down. A lot of these guys that are trying to chase because it's going to get mixed up. They just want to be there, but man, a lot of these guys are throwing it away.
Taking a look at everybody off the jump, second lap through. Not as big this time. I think everybody's trying to settle into a pace, but I like Zoa still getting sideways. Yeah, Cross was sideways, and Reno Brennan once again. These guys are not messing around.
God.
Oh, Brennan, I don't know how he saved that one. Oh, we had a rider down. Alex Heckman has gone down again.
Yeah, I want to pull up points, kind of see where some of these guys are. I feel like a lot of these guys are point scorers.
Well, Braden Carter, Zoa Cross, DX3 riders definitely both scoring points at several nationals this year. Getting reports from chat that Zoa Cross may be at Woodward. Not sure what that is, but...
like the Action Sports facility?
I thought that was something else. I thought that was called...
No, they have Woodward and Woodward West. They have a couple of them around.
Didn't realize that was called Woodward. Sounds like Squidward. Oh, Braden Carter front flips the uphill triple. Trying to go around the outside of Fred Heather. And Heather's moving forward as well as he is trying to get Jonathan Alexander just up ahead. Kyle Howard still sits comfortably in 4th as he's trying to go after Jack Fowler. And Brett Powers, a.k.a. Donut MX, is still rocking P2. The Wildside Designs rider, number 85, with number 40 on his back. He'll try to confuse you all day long.
Braden Carter down. Zoa's trying to make a charge back up in 7th, but man, so many of these guys are outside looking in, but 2, 3, and 4 are close, and there's been a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, these guys could get collected together up here too. A lot of airtime on this track. Potential for cross-jumping. Whoa, Fowler and Howard almost come together coming down the hill. Howard elects to go safe, only triples on, but launches into the valley deep.
Zoa, Alexander, Brennan, oh my god, they just threw dualies. That was so sick.
Missed it.
Oppo dualies.
Tried to tell people beforehand we're going to be watching on that first lap. Going off the big quad step up.
Yeah, tell your friends. So realistically, we have Heather and Connor Wells, Zoa Cross right here that are probably going to be next in line for a spot as Wells makes the pass into 5th over Fred Heather, and it's going to look to get inside that top 4.
Yeah, Connor Wells is on the move right now. Beautiful pass around the outside of Fred Heather, who also lost traction at the bottom of the uphill. And that is a terrible spot to do it, as now Zoa Cross is going to close in and make the pass. Momentarily, though, Heather crossed back underneath and got right back by. White flag is out. Oh, and Fowler has gone down! Just as we switch to him on the start straight, allows Wells through. Heather and Cross come on by as well. And Fowler just on a hard landing, a little swap, and up and over he went.
Everybody outside of Leak know that they're one fall away, so watch for some stiff riding. Let's see if these guys make any mistakes. It's a little bit nerve-wracking when you're on the last lap and you know that one mistake can make you lose the position. So across goes invisible. Closing up. Man, him and Heather outside looking in right now.
But they are both pushing the envelope to get to Connor Wells if they can before this is over. Kyle Howard and Donut still doing a little bit of battling up here.
Yeah, Zoa is outside in 5th now, just past Heather. He is 11th in points. So he definitely wants to get in there and stay up there.
Gonna put a late charge on here with half a lap to go, and he gets
Howard
sideways.
Down, P2.
Oh, Howard's gone down. off the bike and getting going again, but that now promotes Cross into the transfer spot, which means Fred Heather is outside looking in and trying to get back around the 47 if he can. It looks like it's all for naught here. Leak, Powers, Wells, and Cross pretty well established in these top 4 right now. We have lost Fred Heather along the way. Looks like he's too far back now, so Fowler and Howard are still trying to push forward as Leak crosses the line, wins the Consi.
So it's got 1 section and 1 turn to go.
Donut MX is going to go through. Connor Wells going to get a third out of this one, and Cross into the final corner is going to the motos here at High Point. Survives a barrage of attacks from several other riders, including Kyle Howard and Jack Fowler, who will miss out. Alexander, Braden Carter, Justin Carney, Fred Heather, Matt Model, Chandler Bloxham, Reno Brennan, Alex Heckman, all not going through as well. Wait on cuts, but this looks like a pretty surefire thing. By the way, big shout out again to Anthony Piccione for the 100 biddies. Dropping the little rest in peace tombstone there for old Jack Fowler, who tossed this thing away on the last lap of the race.
Yeah, I don't think Fowler scored any points yet in 250s. 18th is Braden Carter with 27, but man, those guys are going to be bummed to miss the motos for even a chance to score a point.
So Leak, former winner in this 250 National Series, multi-time Supercross race winner earlier this year, somehow ends up in the consolation race, but goes right on through pretty much no problem. Actually would have had fastest lap of the race if not for Zoe Cross running the fastest lap of the race on the last lap of the race, but just barely edged him out. And cuts have now confirmed that our top 4 have stayed the same. So it's an early night for Howard, Fowler, Alexander, Carney, Model, Bloxham, Brennan, Carter, Heather, Heckman, and myself because I'm in warm-up mode. Guess we're all headed to the showers a little bit early tonight.
Let's go see some whips.
I was on my way.
Oh, I know.
All right, so coming up next, looks like they're just going to get scripting set up for this 250 moto number 1, which shouldn't take very long at all. They're usually pretty on top of this. So we'll get the gates dropped here any second now for that first 250 race. A lot of storylines to pay attention to in that class. The battle continues with Walter Gebhardt entering tonight as the points leader. Sean Klein, the only other rider this season to pick up a victory. But Klein has had his struggles. Isaiah Dickerson, multiple DNFs, so it's really opened up. Gebhardt is kind of the man to beat in this class.
Yeah, I'm trying to look right now. Gebhardt is qualified 1.4 seconds faster than Sean Klein in second, who is also the man.
By the way, I did miss it, but I want to give a shout out as well to Mighty Manny, who re-upped his SYS VIP subscription, another 1 month subscription.
Did you say Gebhardt's leading the points?
Yeah, I totally messed up. I was talking about Lang. I was too busy thinking about GPs.
Yeah, yes. I was looking at qualifying and it lined up, but...
Yes, Tyler Lang is the points leader. He won last week at Colorado. My mind is caught in a dust storm, it would seem, of getting caught in the GP series, which Gebhardt has been doing very well at. All right. while I continue to load in, I am going to ask my friendly co-host Andrew Wood here to pick us out a versus PC one to watch here in Moto number 1 at High Point.
I tried to come prepared, but did not. I'm gonna say Devin Ryan because he doesn't do very well in the first motos historically. He's had a lot of stronger second motos. We've talked about that a little bit over the last few rounds, but I want to see how he does in this first moto. If he gets a start, if he lets his anger get the best of him a little bit, but I want to see how he performs because he normally has very strong second moto.
All right, versus PC one to watch in this first race, Devin Ryan, as picked upon by Mr. Andrew Wood. And so those point standings, by the way, for those of you that are curious, Tyler Lang, after his win last weekend, moves to the points lead, or 2 weekends ago, I should say. He is 12 points up on Walter Gebhardt. Sean Klein is 1 point behind Gebhardt. And then 19 points back in the championship, Colby Eagland, and 23 points back in the championship, Bryce Whelan. And that is your top 5. Again, talked a little bit about the struggles for Isaiah Dickerson. And he's had a couple DNFs to start the season. He was expected to be a title contender outdoors. He is over 70 points behind already. And that's a pretty big hole to come back in with only 9 rounds left to go in the series. But we'll see. Maybe he starts an upward trend here tonight and can find a way back into this title hunt before this season is over. Finally getting loaded in here.
Dude. Colby Eagland tossed. All the guys are tossing it on warm-up lap, of course, but I think these guys are going to be stoked for your whip cam.
Yeah, I'm excited for it for sure. We better see some good stuff out of these guys. Here's our
I hope we get
PC
some
one
leaders
watch.
tossing it.
Devin Ryan. Jonathan Hughes, if he's here. I don't think he is, but usually he's the guy that is able to rip the whole shot in these races.
Yeah, who's your whole shot pick?
Well, it would have been Hughes if he was here, but I don't think he is. So instead, I will go
Quick pick.
Gebhardt. Wood.
Hold on.
Hey, man, I called it blind. I can't see anybody either.
You definitely did. God. Leak outside.
All right, he says leak outside. Tyler Lang down the far inside. Gebhardt right in the middle. It's time to go racing. The High Point National on SYS TV is underway. Gate is down. Land rush up into turn number 1. Pretty good jump out of the inside. Whelan and Dickerson coming in together. And it's going to be the 49 of Bryce Whelan who comes across and grabs that whole shot award. Whelan
Roy
from
Mitchell and Gebhardt following.
Yeah, Moxie's also right there on the 34. And Gebhardt right in the mix, as you said. Whelan, I completely glazed over him, though. He is great at starts as well.
It's only game.
Yeah, I tried to talk about who was up there, but they all just mixed up so fast. We got Roy Mitchell up close too, Moxie, Gebhardt, Solis, Connor Wells, Dylan Copeland. So we got a lot of heavy hitters, a lot of guys down too.
Big shout
back
out
in the 10 to 20.
Big shout out to Maxisum as a new member of the SYS VIP community. Thanks for dropping by, and thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. As we come down to the quad, step up on lap number 1, get a little bit of whip cam action in here. Wheeling up over top is completely backwards. We got a couple guys.
Mitchell.
Solis was sideways. Everybody else was kind of straight aired behind that. Austin Bear straight aired. Colt Mitchell. Oh, look at Donut getting sideways. Luke Sullivan was a little sideways.
Dickerson
and Gonzalez. Oh, and Jake Warden was backwards. Oh, look at that. I think that was Gatlin. And then Rasmus Eriksson was also sideways.
He tossed it. D-Mills, normal whip. Zoacross, huge oppo.
Yeah, Zoacross was completely sideways. And Tyler Lang is all the way at the back of the field. He is literally the last guy to hit the jump. He didn't get sideways. But your points leader is dead last.
Man, it's going to be hard. These 250 riders seem like they're falling a lot more than the 450s for some reason. I don't know if the 450 race is going to be the same, but man, let's see how he can do a charge through all these guys going down on early motos, or early time in the motos.
Gebhardt and Moxie nearly coming together on the step up. So dropping back down off the top of the hill, Gebhardt goes into second, giving chase to your race leader, who has officially led the first lap. Bryce Whelan. Sneaky fast out of the gate all the time, gets these hole shots and can run away with the race quickly if you don't get to him, but Gebhardt is trying to go with him right away.
Yeah, Walter with a great start, and we've seen he has some speed that he can just pull off consistently very fast, so he's definitely looking to get in the number 1 spot and check out.
Closing up on to the back tire of Whelan very quickly. This could be one of those situations where he makes a quick move and tries to get away out front by himself. Whelan will, without a doubt, put up a fight, though.
Oh, Mitchell punted Connor Wells off for a P8. Whelan still tossing it. Gebhardt tossing it. Splitting lines going down the hill. Gebhardt outside.
Oh, they get together! And Gebhardt's the one that goes down. I don't know how Bryce Whelan saved that. That was incredible.
No way.
So Gebhardt kind of got screwed there just a little bit. But I think he's going to get up still inside of the top 10. Yeah, 6th. How in the heck did Bryce Whelan, A, save that, and B, not go down with Gebhardt when they actually made contact? Very lucky for the Wheelmaster.
You have to get, I just watched the top 5. You have to get a camera on the step down in, is it Bradshaw Boulevard?
Going up the hill into the finish line area?
Yeah, but like the scrub jump going down into that valley, they're getting insane off it.
Yeah, I'd actually like to have 2 whip cams on the first lap, but unfortunately the leaders are usually too far ahead by the time we're done with the whip cam on the triple step up. So maybe lap 2 we'll do a scrub cam on that drop off. Look at Gebhardt trying to get around Alana Solis, swinging way outside into turn number 1. Might have an inside line here. Solis defending well. Copeland still lurking in case of a mistake. Gebhardt doubles in around the back. Stays low all the way through.
Not many 250 riders taking that line. Doesn't work out. He'll charge down a little bit, braking a little bit later. Good spot.
Throwing caution to the wind right there is Walter Gebhardt, but it moves him back up into 4th. Next up, if he can go catch him now, will be Roy Mitchell. And as we say that, we have a replay on screen here of what just happened. Let's go ahead and slow this thing down and really kind of break down what just happened here. We'll go half speed on this. Watch this though. Whelan jumping down the inside here, lands, rear end kicks out, comes back across and just nails Gebhardt, puts him down on the ground. Unbelievable that Whelan was able to save that, and unfortunate for Gebhardt to go down there. But I'll tell you what, folks, it doesn't get much closer than that for the race lead. Thanks, KR Money, dropping some biddies. So Whelan continues to lead. Moxie giving chase in second, and Roy Mitchell is in third.
We got an insane battle of 5 through 8, 9 right now. These guys are all super close.
Oh, yeah, look at that little crossover action back there. That might be Fugler. Oh, no, it's Rob on Gunnar Fugler's bike trying to get behind Colton Mitchell here. And Mitchell crosses over, makes a pass on Solis, who's trying to get the drive up the hill. We got Dickerson on the 25 in here and Copeland on the 44. They're going 5 in the air at the same time.
They're so close. I think D-Cope's just trying to stay a little bit back and kind of switch up the lines. A lot of these guys using lines in some of these corners that they haven't really, but you just got to watch out for someone to make a mistake so you don't run into them.
Poor old Alana Solis just got absolutely worked right there by 3 of some of the best in the business. All 3 of these guys, former champions Colton Mitchell, former outdoor 250 champion. Kyle Robb, former 250 indoor champion. And Dickerson won the 2019 East Supercross title this year. So these guys all know how to get it done. And they just worked their way right around Alana Solis.
Yeah, they separated a little bit. Dickerson pushes that rut, loses a little bit of ground on them, but man, they're trying to freight train their way back up to Gebhardt in fourth, who I thought would just be catching up to these guys super easy, but having a little bit of trouble, I guess.
It would appear so, as Kyle Robb just put Colton Mitchell on the ground to move up into fifth. I think it's just a case that these guys got a big enough gap established early on. It might take a little while before some of these other guys are able to catch up. We always talk about this with Bryce Whelan, though. Just kind of, you don't talk about him as a guy that could go out and win these races very often, but he can do it. He's done it before. He's proven that he's a race winner in this series, in this class. And he always seems to get good starts, which really help his case.
Yeah, he's tossing it too. He's definitely feeling comfy on this track with how he's throwing down. Moxie pretty close, gained 2 seconds last lap, only 2 seconds down. Whelan gets a little bit sketchy, but don't want to overlook Roy Mitchell in third. OG just chugging along, keeping pace with these leaders.
Yeah, we got a good little mix-up here at the front. Whelan, who I believe is Canadian, leading the way over Moxie out of Great Britain, and Roy Mitchell, the American rider, comes up in third, but Mitchell probably most famous for the fact that he lived in South Korea for a long time. So a very international top three at the moment.
Definitely experienced hanging on. He's got a bit of a gap, 9 seconds back to fourth. So these top three a little bit separated right now, just able to ride their own race, but a little bit checked out from fourth place.
Peeking back, it looks like we've lost Gebhardt somewhere. He went down, I guess. Now he's battling it out with Solis, Dickerson. Oh, and then Solis hangs up with Dickerson. Someone hopped right over top of him. That was Sean Klein on the 10. First we've seen of him this moto.
Yeah, Decope's still there, fell back a little bit. Klein up, Sullivan's still kind of there. These guys are just falling back a little bit, but still holding strong in the standings at least with these insane battles going on. 5 men in each battle.
I think we have a mix of like 4 or 5 different Husky teams all together right here. As Solis goes around the outside of Copeland. Now look at Dickerson trying to cut underneath and gets Copeland at the top of the anthill here. They're all chasing down Sean Klein. Copeland trying to get back down the inside as Solis almost slides out. We might go 3 wide. Oh, before they get together. Solis and Copeland down in a heat before the uphill step up, and that's a very bad spot to go down. They're going to try to get some power up the hill here. Takes a little bit of time, though.
Yeah, Peter Light goes by. We have Dickerson and Klein have kind of separated from them. Man, they lost a lot of ground from that.
And now it looks like we got Klein moving right up to the back of Luke Sullivan and Phil Bull, with Gebhardt not too far off the front of them. So not quite settling in just yet. 10 minutes into this moto, and a lot of frantic action still going on.
Not at all. Colton Mitchell in fourth. He's got Kyle Robb 0.5 seconds behind him. Normally people say we talk about the leaders a little bit too much, but while Moxie's trying to get a grip on Whelan here, we're having a great battle a little bit further back. Kyle Robb's going to try to take the inside on Colton Mitchell, and looks like he secures it. Kevin Gonzalez not far behind.
Kyle Robb, the man on the charge right now. Absolutely flying forward. And now is disposed of Mitchell. He's going to try to go, or I should say, oh yeah, disposed of Colton Mitchell. Going to go try to run down Roy Mitchell. No relation. But a couple Mitchells up here at the front of the field.
And Roy's just staying steady. Ran a 2:08, lost a lot of time, but Whelan, something had to happen. He's at 1.4 seconds to Moxie right now.
I was just about to say, not too far off of battle for the lead coming here as Moxie's closed it down.
Man,
mistake,
Whelan
though.
is sending that.
Mitchell not too far off these guys either. Looks like it's kind of all accordioning together a bit. 5 seconds back of Moxie is Mitchell. Although he did do a 2:08 flat last time by. 2:03 flat his best. Wheeling a 2:02.1. Moxie, I have to imagine, is going to run a faster lap than his best this time because he is keeping Wheeling right in check here.
Yeah, I think Wheeling made a mistake, but I think Moxie is also on a good lap, so it's a combination of the two. See how he attacks this downhill right here. Middle to the outside, pushes it a little bit, coming up the hill. Let's see if he can get the drive. 250s, this isn't too easy if you mess up at the bottom of the hill and sticks it to the inside. Oh man.
2:06.4, or both of them 2:06.5, I should say. And Mitchell at 2:07.7. Nobody's really running good laps. So what's Kyle Robb going to throw down for us here? There's a 2:04.8, so he's sticking tight. Mitchell 2:06.9. And then this freight train of riders coming up behind. Gebhardt, Klein. Leak is in the battle now. Or I should say Gonzalez, not Leak. Leak's teammate, Kevin Gonzalez, though. Dickerson, Phil Bull.
Yeah, Kyle Robb, fastest on the track. Last lap in P4 with a 2:04.8. Guys ahead of him, 2:07, 2:06, 2:06. So he's going to want to try to keep running those consistent laps and get back up here if the leaders are going to keep making mistakes. Even if they're small, they'll lose them a couple seconds a lap.
Dickerson just went down right before that finish line jump. So he lost a lot of ground. Battle right now between a couple of the championship contenders was going on, Klein and Gebhardt. Those two only separated by a couple points in the championship hunt at the moment. Where is Tyler Lang? Here he is on the 18 machine coming through in 15th. Your points leader having a horrendous first moto here. Bad start did not help whatsoever.
Yeah, he was 40th off the start, 2:19.2 last lap, so he's had his fair share. That's about 2 fall-offs or close to it, but if he just keeps chugging along, man, he'll get up there. Solis, who was up front early, is now in P14 in front of him. Colby Eaglin, Luke Sullivan, Dylan Copeland, so
oh, we just
those
had
guys keep falling back.
We just had a change for the lead. Moxie has gotten around Bryce Whelan, who was down halfway up the hill here. So just about that halfway point, and finally a new leader. It is the 34 of Jordan Moxie. The Architect rider out of Great Britain going to lead his first lap of the year right here as well. Oh, baby. Oh, goodness gracious. Lands off the inside of the track.
If you look at the train from 2, 3, 4, 5, these guys are right here ready to hunt. Blood's in the water. These guys are about to go. Kyle Robb, Colton Mitchell in 4 and 5. Only guys with decent laps. 2:06s followed by a 2:10 in third, 2:16 in second, and a 2:09. So those guys should be up there fairly soon if they keep riding how they are.
Wow, lap time's really dropping then. We were seeing guys in the 2:03s, 2:02s, and already out that high. It seems like the roughness of the track catching up to some of these guys.
Yeah, this track's always been pretty high speed. You have a lot of downhills with rollers and stuff, but with the E-Road, looks like they're just maybe trying to push too hard in some of these sections as the rough gets a little bit gnarlier coming into them. So, pushing the limit too much, might have to dial it back a little bit. Roy Mitchell, solid third. He's been there all moto, even with mistakes of him and everybody else, just kind of cruising. But Kyle Robb and Colton Mitchell coming up on the hunt, not too far behind him, only 2 seconds back.
Yeah, Robb and Mitchell are eating up the time between themselves, and Roy Mitchell up ahead. Oh, and Moxie's gone down with the lead. Whelan's going to squeak back on by.
In the main rut, too. Mitchell avoids him. Robb is up now.
That is really going to tighten up this battle from 2 through 5.
Ooh, Whelan gets a little sketchy. Mitchell's pushing. Roy. Wow.
Yeah, our leader right ahead of these guys as well. Only a couple seconds to our leader. Then Moxie, Mitchell, Robb, and Colton Mitchell, I should say, all coming down the hill together.
Ooh, Rider down the inside. Roy Mitchell gets tagged, runs into him a little bit. Kyle Robb has to avoid him. Colton Mitchell's back up on him, but man, that kind of messed it up a little bit there.
Still tight knit between Rob and Colton Mitchell. Moxie and Wheeling up ahead. So as you said, Roy Mitchell out of this battle for now. Jack Gatlin being lapped right now. He's kind of hanging out in the mix. Connor Wells moves completely out of the way.
Yeah, I was watching their line choice as the track gets a little bit rutted, and a lot of those guys are starting to kind of slow down, use that inside. It's a little bit slower, but a little bit less treacherous. And that lap rider was down. Bryce Wheelan's down the lead.
Oh, Wheelan's gone down again. And it hands Moxie the lead once again. Whelan able to get up still in third, just ahead of Colton Mitchell on the 6. Rob trying to find a way around Jack Gatlin here. And finally tucks inside and will make that move. So now Moxie leads once again. But a furious attack coming up from behind Kyle Robb.
Yeah, Whelan's on pace right now. Looks like he might get around the lapper right here. 2 lappers. This one lapper is being a little bit of a pain, but he goes far off track, lets him by. Whelan sending the inside. Going to try to pull up on Robb again.
Oh, and Mitchell just flew down that hill. He's trying to get around Gatlin as well. Gatlin just moves out to the outside line. Back up the hill they go. Our 4 leaders really tight right here, I should say. Close together.
Yeah, these ruts are getting deep too. Moxie tossing it, gets hung up on the bale, goes down. Whelan misses him. Let's see if Mitchell...
So that's a change for the lead right there. Kyle Robb going back to the front after Moxie went down. And looking at our 3rd different lap leader coming up here if Robb can hold on. Although Whelan is putting a fierce fight back in coming down the hill.
Gee. Yeah, Robb hasn't been up there in a while, but he definitely knows what it's like to hold it up there. So does he normally race 450s?
He jumps it around, but that's, I believe, the first lap led since 2017 for Kyle Robb. So back out here in full force right now.
Yeah, but Whelan wants it. Colton Mitchell came up through the pack with him, right? So he definitely wants it too, but man, I don't know where Robb started, but I don't think it was that far up.
Yeah, what an interesting season this has been. None of our leaders right now are really even kind of in the championship hunt. Have to go all the way back to this battle, which includes Dickerson and Gebhardt, to find our first actual current championship contender in Walter Gebhardt.
Klein in 8th too. Klein is 3rd. Gebhardt's right in front of him. Man, in the championship, those guys are 1 point apart. 1 point apart in this moto too as well.
Well, while things have settled down and we've just crossed the 20-minute mark, let's go ahead and do a really fast top 20 rundown brought to you by the folks at Ride365.com, title sponsor of the series. Head over there for all your gear and apparel needs in the motocross industry, as well as street bike and off-road. Kyle Robb continues to lead. For Prestige Worldwide, he's actually number 23, but he's riding his teammate Gunnar Fugler's number 641 bike out here. Colton Mitchell chasing him down in 2nd. Doesn't appear that Mitchell has a team at the moment, but he used to ride for, I believe, that Prestige Worldwide team as well. Bryce Whelan sits 3rd for BPC, led a lot of this race on the 49. Now settles back into 3rd and is trying to stick with this lead group. 4th for Jordan Moxie of Architect on the 34. 5th for Roy Mitchell of Whipstyle on the 270. 6th is Isaiah Dickerson, just holding off Walter Gebhardt on his 25 MV Films machine. Gebhardt on the 13. Prestige Worldwide comes through in 7th. 8th for Sean Klein, Evergood number 10. Kevin Gonzalez is in 9th for BPC on the 53. And 10th right now, Dylan Copeland on the 44 Taggart Designs machine. Got Phil Bull running 11th ahead of Tyler Langer, points leader, who's up to 12th. 13th, Colby Eagland. 14th is Alana Solis. 15th is Peter Like. 16th right behind him, Luke Sullivan. 17th for Carter Hutcherson. 18th for Jacob Warden. 19th for Ben Seberg. And 20th for Brandon Holmes, as that has been a very fast Top 20 Rundown, brought to you by Ride365.com.
Ooh, Roy Mitchell down in 5th right now. I've just been keeping an eye on the top 5. That's going to let Gebhardt, Dickerson both by. Sean Klein's still back in 8th, but man, if we look at the lap times, Bryce Wheeling ran at 2:02.1, Kyle Robb 2:03. These guys are now consistently running 2:08s, 2:09 throughout the top 10. Besides their falls, Roy Mitchell goes down, loses spot to Sean Klein.
Yeah, this track seems like it's biting some people. Dickerson just made a big mistake of his own, and Gebhardt went through. Saw Mitchell have a couple mistakes. Moxie and Whelan have exchanged positions a couple times now. So really it's down to Rob v. Mitchell for the battle for the win at this point in the race. We still have 7.5 minutes and 2 laps left to go, but these guys have opened up over a 15-second lead on Bryce Whelan.
Ooh, one mistake away, Mitchell blows that corner. I don't know if that's what you're watching right now, but he's didn't lose too much time, gonna try to keep charging, but these guys have slowed down about 6 seconds per lap to ride a little bit more consistent on this rough track, so I don't know, it's weird to see that you have to drop that much time to avoid the falls, but you can still be out here leading.
Looks like Mitchell and Rob both electing to tuck to the far inside at the bottom of the off camber.
Battle goes down in front of Mitchell.
Battle for third is slowly developing right now as Moxie is caught back up to Bryce Whelan.
Yeah, as you watch them too, both of them going to outside, which is the rougher line. Whelan off the track a little bit, but doesn't lose much. Shows you a lot of these guys are electing for the slower lines, taking slower approaches to the bumps just to make sure that they're safe.
Looks like Gebhardt not too far off of this group either. He is coming through in 5th and made up a lot of time in the last couple of laps. 2:07.8 last time by to a 2:19.3 and a 2:22.6. So suddenly Gebhardt is in this discussion to move into 3rd late in the race.
Yeah, he's pulling right up behind Moxie, who's not too far off Whelan. Man, these guys, look at their line choices compared to first moto. Inside, outside. Outside again, but... Ooh. It's just crazy to me to see the way these guys are switching it up. It looks like almost more than any other track we've had this season so far.
Yeah, a lot of lines developing really in every section. Not one section appears to be breaking down specifically to those multiple line options. Guys are going everywhere in every section.
Oh, Kyle Robb down hard in first place. Colton Mitchell's going to scrub down the hill. I just clicked out to him as he was wadding. Colton Mitchell in the lead. Kyle Robb down second. He's got a comfortable gap to 3rd, but Colton Mitchell is going to pull probably 7th here.
Probably more than that because Rob was stuck going up the hill very, very slowly. Finally got going, but as you said, lost a lot of time. And now Bryce Whelan's gone down in the exact same spot. So Gebhardt slides through into 3rd. Dickerson now up to 4th.
Moxie's going to pass him. Sean Klein's going to pass him. Wow.
Terrible spot for those guys to go down, and it just cost 4 positions there to Whelan. Klein has just been trying to stick with Dickerson and Gebhardt this entire moto, and he's got Jordan Moxie in his sights now.
Lapper down before the finish for Gebhardt. He's going to get by safely. It's a little bit spread out, a little bit closer from about 3 to 5, but man, Colton Mitchell, consistency is key. Consistency is key. He's ran a 2:10, and he gained on Kyle Robb as Kyle Robb slowed out again. 2:21 last lap. 2:10 is about the average lap time for the top few guys. Oh, Dickerson down in 4th.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle Robb down 2nd.
Oh, it's all coming unglued here for Kyle Robb as Mitchell has opened up a big gap. And here comes Gebhardt now to perhaps pass his own teammate and make it all the way up to 2nd. Robb able to get going still ahead of him, but it is definitely a lot closer than it was.
Gained a lot of time.
What just happened?
Did I freeze or server? Okay.
No, server is... What just happened?
Oh, shit.
No way! What just happened? Nothing in chat right now is going on. And everybody is appearing to have the same server issue. Taking a look at... Oh, whoa, what just happened? We're coming back. Oh, no, sorry, that was something else.
No way.
So, taking a look at Race Factory Discord, a lot of people saying, what? Later server dead? Oh, my goodness. Incredible developments here. Well, unofficially, as this is pretty late into the moto, I'd have to imagine that this is going to be a called race here. Colton Mitchell, Kyle Robb, Walter Gebhardt, Jordan Moxey, Sean Klein, Bryce Whelan, Isaiah Dickerson, Roy Mitchell, Kevin Gonzalez, and Tyler Lang was
100%.
your top
Oh
10.
my God.
And I am struggling to comprehend on what's happening because the server, no one's even talking in the server. It's like the server just went out. Although Racer Rat says that he can ride in warm up, but I mean, I think everybody could still ride. It just sounds like the server's gone. Let's see, can I still ride? Yeah, I can still ride.
See, we can
around.
ride in warm up, but I don't think I want to try to get a racer in here who is racing to see if sometimes it'll freeze and you can just keep riding and everybody will go back to like where they were. But it looks like everybody might have stopped.
Yeah, so it sounds like they're looking into it. Unofficial word at the moment. Dale Mullins in chat saying that they're still racing, just everyone is invis. Well, someone's got to tell someone that then, because there's a couple people that are chatting in the RF server that should be on the track right now. So if they pulled off thinking that the race is over, I hate to tell them, but the race maybe isn't over if people are still riding around.
Yeah, I'm trying to disconnect and reconnect and see if maybe it'll catch up, but it's not even letting me leave the server.
So it sounds like Adam Holm was telling people in his Discord to continue racing. We're in a frozen state here, though, right now. At the High Point National, I don't really know what to tell you, folks. Yeah, KR Money dropping 3 bits says, lightning has swooped in the area, red flag, moto over. That appears to kind of be what's going on right now. And yeah, it looks like people in chat calling for a red flag. Yeah, I'm gonna have to guess race over at this point. Now, what I assume will happen is they'll go back one actual lap. So we'd have to take a look at where everything was one lap ago before this happened.
Man, that's crazy.
So update in chat from Bear Gaming is that Adam Holm is connecting to different servers to see if they are still working. We have yet to actually have official word from a Race Factory official onto what is going on. Although I believe Real Ice Cube is Will Whiteley, I think, but he did drop by and say that they're investigating. What a weird turn of events we have here at High Point, folks. Started off the night with the Race Factory site loading a little slowly. And now we have what appears to be an official first 250 moto and a red flag situation 26 minutes into the race. Real Ice Cube is Jeremy, actually, Cohenauer, and he says that the MXS lobby server is down. So it appears to be a situation with the MXS lobby servers, at least at the moment. That's the word that we're getting from race host Jeremy Cohenauer. So obviously there are alternative methods here. There are still the bomb shelter servers and the Elsinore servers, but Race Factory has been running on the MXS lobby servers for quite some time, so something weird must have happened with their host, would be my guess.
Yeah, I don't know the weather across the country right now, but I'm on the MXS Lobby 01 server page and it hasn't posted any results, so it probably just completely went down.
250 Moto 1 will be finished when the server crashed. MXS lobby servers are down. We will keep you updated as we learn more, is the official call from Jeremy Cohenauer in chat. So we can assume now that this is the official finishing score of race number 1. Colton Mitchell wins from Kyle Robb. Walter Gebhardt, Moxie 4th. Klein, Whelan, Dickerson, Mitchell, Gonzalez, and Lang was the top 10. Copeland, Eagland, Bull, Seaberg, Solis, Like, Warden, Sullivan, Fitzpatrick, and Holmes were the point scorers. But again, that is a very loose and not completely official word just yet.
Wow.
So it seems as though this has been an official red flag of the race. I don't want to leave the server because I just want to see if something happens. But
so I was thinking the same thing, but I can't reconnect or get results posted. So.
Right, that's why I don't want to leave yet. I just want to stay in here so we still have something tangible to look at.
Yeah, I took a video of the running order at least, just in case.
So we are in a bit of a holding pattern right now, folks. So I'm going to remain in this server and kind of just waltz around the track a little bit as I keep an eye on the RF Discord and anything else that may be going on and keep you guys up to date. Yeah, so Reese Harris, 226, dropping it in chat. The official announcement that just came from Jeremy Cohenauer in the RF Discord. And everybody's still contacting servers. So yeah, the server still appears to be down. What's weird is I'm not getting any sort of message that the servers went down. I didn't time out. I still have all the chats that were there until the server crashed. I still have all the riders on the track around when the server crashed. So that's why I don't want to leave yet.
Yeah, I think when that happens though, like your ping, I don't know if in warm up your ping goes, but you're all set and everything's steady. So, but your time's still clicking. I'm not sure.
Jesus, 119 new messages since 6:27 p.m. is is what the RF Discord has right now.
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
Yeah, I'm getting reports, people in warm-up, ping dropping to 0. Oh, I could tell you, Meat Hammer, what my first-person settings are right now since we're in a bit of a holding pattern. Where am I supposed to go here? Graphics, here we go. I run 110 all the time, and my first-person height is 34. First-person angle is 20. So still in a bit of a holding pattern here. I think that they're still trying to get it sorted server-wise. I don't want to speculate on what could potentially happen here, but obviously as the night goes on and the potential to push the 450 races back even further becomes an option, I know that they have always been on the more cautious side with just deciding to postpone and rerun the races at later dates, but I don't want to speculate that that is what will happen right now. We're just waiting for more official word as it comes to us.
I want to try to hear from somebody who was racing exactly, I guess, what happened to them. If it was the same thing as us, where they all just froze in place, you know?
Let me see.
Ghosts.
Let me see if I could get someone in here actually that may be able to speak on the matter. See if he will respond. wait and hear back from him. All right, so welcoming to the booth, Mr. Sean Klein, who was just in that race just a moment ago, and sounds like I just broke the news to you, Klein, that the server went kablamo.
Yeah, yeah. I just raced that one out to see if I could do anything about it, but I assumed I got hit off.
I was gonna say, so yeah, you raced it all the way out. What was like the official time that you finished at? Then I'm guessing you finished maybe like 3 or 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, about 2.5 minutes ago.
And everybody was stationary, or they were just all invisible?
Everybody just dropped off the map. So I mean, it was sudden, and yeah, it wasn't like sometimes. I guess the last time I got DDoSed, you just go into like slow-mo mode.
Right.
This wasn't that. It just cut off everybody and was just sudden. So.
Well. Again, I as you're just learning, it looks like you were in P5 when the server went out. At least that's where we have you still frozen here on the stream.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so that's a crazy turn of events. Just wanted to get your thoughts on what exactly happened from your perspective. But as you said, just continuing to race on all the way through.
Yeah.
And we're waiting.
That's pretty bizarre.
Waiting for official word.
Sean, it's Awood. I was wondering, is it like when sometimes your internet kind of goes out and like everybody kind of just freezes where they are and you're hoping that they come back and you kind of pop back in place, or did they all disappear off the map and everything?
Yeah, no, it was just the instant it went out, everybody was gone and I was just racing the track on my own. The time and everything kept going. I went right into first place, so obviously I passed there where they were at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a little different than anything I've kind of experienced, but
got it. Yeah, it looked kind of weird from our end. I have the reflections on, so I could see like the ghosts, when they disappear, and everybody just instantly froze and turned into ghosts. So.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't have that at all. Everybody just dropped off, so I don't even see the ghosts or anything on my end.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think that's happened before. Even with the DDoSes in like 2016, was it? Or 2017? That was way different.
Yeah, I felt like that would hit off the server and they eventually just canceled the entire race. But you guys would like come back. Like they'd hit off the server and you guys would eventually come back.
Yeah.
This is not what is happening in this case. It looks like the server is just completely gone.
Yep.
Yeah, probably just a server provider issue, but I'm wondering if I feel like the only word we're waiting on is if they're going to be able to get this up and running on another server in the meantime, or if we're going to have to cancel the whole event.
Official announcement in the RF Discord. High Point will be ran in Bomb Shelter 801. 250 Moto 2 will begin in 5 minutes. That announcement was made 1 minute ago by Jeremy Cohenauer, so I guess we're all headed to Bomb Shelter now. Thank you, Sean Klein, by the way, thank you for dropping by and giving an update in chat. And I guess congrats on your P5 in Moto 1.
I'll take it. Can't buy a start, Kellen, but maybe we need to talk again soon.
I know, right? But good luck out there. I guess we'll talk to you again on the other side of that race and see how it went on then, huh?
Yeah, sounds good. Enjoy, guys.
All righty.
See ya.
So Sean Klein dropping by the booth here. We're going to go ahead and try to join up into Bomb Shelter. Or actually, I'm going to go ahead and reload my game.
As Lenore.
Can't type. People are saying server is full. Although Cohenauer has the ability to open the server, so I think we're just going to wait on him to do that. And Reese Harris says that hosting will be done manually, so please be patient. Oof. So strap in, folks. We're going to be in for a bit of a longer evening than expected.
I'm going to go use the restroom. I'll be right back. I don't think the race will be set up, so work on your whips.
So we're still in a bit of a holding pattern here again. For those of you that may have missed it, we got the announcement 2 minutes ago, almost 3 minutes ago now, from Jeremy Kohenauer, the race organizer, that Moto 2 will be ran in a different server. So if you're in the RF Discord, be sure to look at hashtag race-announcements for that information. All right, server finally opened up as Kohenauer's letting everybody in. Boy, oh boy, have we got an interesting change of events going on right here, folks. Can't say that there's been many times, if ever, that I've seen a server fully crash in the middle of a moto like that. I've seen it be DDoS before, but never a full server crash. So on to Bomb Shelter we go now, and 250 Moto 2 coming up in just a couple minutes here. So we're gonna wait for that to come on through. I'm gonna ride this track a little bit. Whoopsies.
You there?
I am here. We're still kind of waiting, bit of a holding pattern here.
You should be a pilot.
Yeah, I'm terrible at callouts though.
What I wanted to ask you was what you thought of the track first moto, the way it broke down. I really liked it. The way lap time slowed down a lot. Some of the guys, I mean, you always have the few guys complaining about the way a road breaks down, but I think it was pretty neat to see them have to slow down a lot on the fast downhill sections, and really their like average lap time really slowed up a lot, which I thought was neat.
Yeah, I thought it broke down pretty well. I think that some spots it was still maybe a little flatter than I expected it to. It seemed like the track was in still like pretty good condition, which was weird to see the lap times dropping so much. But as you said, the downhills got pretty chewed up. So I liked it. I was curious to see what it would be like at the end of the moto, but obviously now we'll have to wait another 30 or so minutes to find that out.
Yeah, we're pretty close though. I mean, 26 minutes in, but it was neat to see the downhill before the finish line. A lot of the guys used the outside to start. A few people stuck there, but a lot of them really slowing down, hugging the inside all the way down the hill through the bigger chop and electing to take that inside rut.
Just putting a moto out here right now.
I see Braden Carter asking if we can rerun the Consi.
Whoop! Clip my head. Everything will be ran manually. Please be patient. Is the call from chat. So it looks like they're waiting to get things kind of set up a little bit. It's interesting that they have chosen the route to go running it manually. I mean, I guess they don't have to worry about a consi in the 450 class tonight, but in past, like even earlier this year in Supercross, they had like just a little bit of an issue with qualifying and they just completely postponed the race. So I almost thought that that would happen here, but they've elected to go with manually running it and doing a server change.
Yeah, I think maybe because you can write the scripts in Notepad, you know, I think maybe not having a 450 consi and only having to make one script for the top 40 guys might have eased up a little bit on them.
Yeah.
Instead of having to run heats and mains, stuff like that.
I'd imagine it's a bit of a frantic action right now for the Race Factory guys, so give them credit. Trying to work through it. We'll just keep on motoing this track down. Whoop. Or looping out. Either way.
You should go work on your whips on the lineup check already.
All right, I like it. So finally, we're gonna get back to racing here again. I think those first moto scores are kind of lost to the history books, as we're not going to be able to pull up a server and actually look at those. But we do know that Colton Mitchell did win that moto. We'll have to keep an eye on how they decide to score it beyond that. I think everybody's server probably crashed at the exact same time, but maybe mine was a little bit after or before someone else's.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing we don't know is how close ours crashed to them, but I'm sure we can figure that out.
All right, loading in for a warm-up lap here for race number 2. These guys getting lined up to go.
Man, Tyler Lang finished P10 when it froze from the 40th place start. And down pretty far off the start, but so that's pretty good. Your points leader, but who was it? Kyle Robb. He was also in 30th right off the start, so props to those guys for the hard charge.
Yeah, there's a couple guys that really made the most of some pretty bad starts, and it'll be curious to see how they do if they're able to get a good start this time around.
Let's see, Devin Ryan, or not Devin, Dylan Copeland, he was P11 when it froze for me. He had a pretty good start, top 5, I think. So holding on, not too bad, but Devin Ryan, man, 21st place outside the points, and he was our one to watch. So he had a rough first moto. Let's see how he can, see if he can turn this around for his second moto.
All right, well, I'm still loading in. Perhaps Awood has another versus PC1 to watch on the offer for us.
Let's see. I want to get an update a little bit through on Devin Ryan, but I say our one to watch, your points leader, who finished 10th, but let's see if he can get a little bit better start. Tyler Lang.
All right, we're getting geared up here for moto number 2, the 250 class at High Point. All these guys looking for either redemption or a repeat if you're Colton Mitchell. Of course, we'll be taking a look on that first lap, how everybody gets saucy on the uphill quad.
Yeah, maybe we could do the top 20 on that step down, because I know some of these guys were tossing it and would probably like to get a little bit of airtime, but...
Well, I'm thinking lap 2, we'll do the step down. So everybody's still pretty close together, and they're maybe a little bit more inclined to throw it because they're spread out enough.
Yeah.
So we'll do
they
lap
were
2.
pretty gnarly on lap 2 last time, so I think they'll still be fine.
All right, we're going to take a look at the whole shot winner from race number 1, Bryce Whelan on the start. See where he's lined up on the gate. They're all going to go flying into turn 1 and try to pick up that Racetech.com whole shot
Who you
award.
got? Whelan again?
We're looking at Whelan down the middle, or actually down all the way on the inside, I should say. And let's see who is it going to be. It was got Phil Bull, Whelan far inside. Who's it going to be off the start? Moto number 2 is underway at High Point. Oh, it's a land rush, and Lang gets ran into and goes down in turn 1 once again. Coming out with the whole shot, it looks as though it was Isaiah Dickerson who crossed the line first.
Yeah, he let me down but got through clean. Gets taken out right there by Trent Adams. A lot of chaos in these corners a little bit early through the rollers. Jared Gasky goes down in 4th.
Dickerson, Moxie, Seberg, Whelan, all right here in the mix.
Klein up front early, League pretty close, trying to have a better moto. Let's see, Colton Mitchell, 14. In a good spot, Tyler Lang, 17, Gebhardt, 18. Not too bad, though, for this track, I feel like. If you're up and riding, you're not doing too bad right about now.
So let's take a look at how these guys get saucy. Oh, my goodness, Isaiah Dickerson was backwards. Whelan gets nice and sideways.
Rasmus,
Ericsson, yeah.
Hunter Braun throwing the whip. Warden Oppo.
Reno Brennan went sideways again, too. Or that may have been Jacob Warden. Peter Likes a little sideways there. Last one coming through. Oh, no, 2 to go. That was Solis, I believe. Oh, someone's going super long there. That was...
Oh, my God. Bachelet.
Bachelet, yeah. Now we're watching everybody come down off the step down here as we just caught them before came through on the first lap. Oh, somebody going down right there. That might have been Connor Wells. Everybody just getting saucy.
Oh.
We'll have a closer look at this next lap through because these guys are getting absolutely tossed right now.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see a lot of chaos. 5 through about 12 right now. These guys really close on these downhills. They didn't like to switch up their lines until the later laps, so when they're on this early first lead lap altogether, a lot of them switch up, but the lines aren't formed, so a lot of them can gain or lose a lot of time depending on where they decide to go.
So Dickerson leads lap number 1 away from Jordan Moxie and Ben Seberg on the 48s right there in 3rd. Bryce Whelan not too far off of them in 4th, and that 4 group has already kind of spread it out a little bit.
Yeah, 100%, man. Tyler Lang in 9th, who he charged up to 10th, so let's see what he can do right behind Colton Mitchell, your race winner. Craig Leak. Oh, it's
Seberg goes down. Oh, and then he gets up and takes Mitchell to the ground, so Colton Mitchell, who was up in a pretty good spot, loses a couple positions. And I just saw Lang going down. He's down with Carter Hutcherson, and everybody's piling in, including Phil Bull. So Lang was actually in a pretty decent spot, as you'd said, moving forward. And that is all unraveled once again.
Yeah, he went from, I don't know if I said 9th to 24th, so these early mistakes you got to really watch out for. I thought he had a really good chance to pull up there. A lot of these guys kind of in the 8 to like 15 marker that should be up there leading. Craig Leak, Gebhardt, Mitchell. These guys need to get up there pretty quick.
Peeking back up front, still Dickerson from Moxie, and now Whelan as we've lost Seberg, but there's a hefty battle going on between Austin Bear and Colby Eagland with Seberg, who got up from that crash, right in the mix.
Yeah, we forgot the scrub camera, but Eagland tossed it, trying to make that pass, trying to work on Austin Bear right here for 4th early.
Putting the power down on that number 20 Tagger Designs machine. Austin Bear in a pretty good early spot here, but makes a small mistake. Eagland's going to get by. Will Seberg do the same? No, he will not.
Yeah, Dylan Copeland, the Tagger Designs teammate, trying to come up from 7th. He had a really good start and didn't fade back too far last moto, so he's definitely looking for redemption this moto, trying to catch back up to this group and train through with his teammate Colby.
Seberg trying to make the pass around the outside on Bear. May just have it, but Bear's fighting back. 948 machine not going down without a fight, but Seberg finally able to secure that position.
Man, Gebhardt moved into 7th around D-Cope. Pretty gnarly, super fast, just jumping right by him, but Gebhardt's a man on the mission. He wants to get up where he belongs and wants to at least get on the podium where he knows he belongs.
So Gebhardt on the charge, bringing Copeland with him. Craig Leake, who we did not see much of in the first race, has got a better start this time. And Moto 1 winner, Colton Mitchell, is bringing Kyle Robb with him. These two have just been glued at the hip all night long thus far.
Yeah, one really quick thing I want to note, I don't know if it's going to change as Dickerson scrubs down coming up to Bradshaw Boulevard, but Dickerson ran a 2:01.6 fastest lap of this race and last race as well, so he got a good start. He might just try to check out and we might have completely different winners than last one.
Oh, Ryder goes down and Mitchell clips him and flies off the track. Mitchell is so far off the track right now, almost
Craig
through the
leaked down
fence.
as well with him.
Look at how far away from the track Colton Mitchell got. He is way over to the side here, losing tons of positions.
Jesus.
Just trying to get back going. He went from inside of the top 10 to 28th. Now 26th as timing and scoring resets. Man, he got clipped by, I'm not sure who that was that was going down right there.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not sure if it was not Leak. I saw him down as well, but
Could have been
Craig
Leak. Because I think it was
I'm
a
not
Husky.
sure.
So, meanwhile, Dickerson continuing to lead.
Yeah, Whelan trying to make a pass, looking inside on Jordan Moxie. Moxie's going to carry more speed in the corner.
Wow.
Whelan's got it, though.
Yeah, wheeling around the outside makes it happen. I think Moxie played a little nice there, still early in the moto.
I'm not sure exactly where Moxie finished up, but, man, Whelan was up there. He was a smooth and consistent guy, so he can either try to charge past him or if he goes down. Not down. What? Twice.
He barrel rolled out of it.
Twice tonight that he has cheated death, and he's still in 3rd. Man, battle for 4, 5, 6. Gebhardt trying to look up here inside on Colby Eagland. Gonna see what he can do. Not too far behind Seberg. Gebhardt coming up, trying a little cheeky line.
Whoa.
Makes the pass.
How the heck? He hopped up onto the table from that inside roller.
Yeah, that's Moxie's down in 3rd, gonna lose that spot, but that's a cheeky little qualifying line that I know some guys were using, and it's definitely faster as he makes the pass.
I was going to say, the question is, because I couldn't see it from the stream, was did he stay on the track, or did he have to cut a little bit of the track to do it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to check really quick. I know it doesn't cut the timing gate, but man, Gebhardt with a 2-minute flat because of that. Seberg 2:01.5, so he's also, dude, he's going fast. So look for both of those guys to try to charge up for the lead.
We got an instant replay of that Colton Mitchell crash courtesy of Scrax in chat, which is Nick Shakun. So thank you for that. We're going to go ahead and go 20.25 speed coming down the hill. And you'll see, it looks like Leak getting together there with Copeland just up ahead as Mitchell drops down. And it was Leak going down. His bike comes up, flips into Mitchell, and just sends him off the side of the track. Hard off the right-hand side of the track. He went flying into the trees. You can see him exiting stage left off the screen there. Big old crash right there for him.
Yeah, I saw that replay as it played a little bit with a little bit of a delay on your stream, and man, he was about to send it off. Might have been able to save it, but hit that tough block and just started cartwheeling.
So let's take a look back and see how far back is he now. Here is Colton Mitchell coming through. Oh, he just went down again. He is still 27th, 28th. So right now, your Moto 1 winner, not even scoring points, and we're about to hit the 10-minute mark.
Way outside the points. Alana Solis had a good start last moto. He dropped back a little bit, but still stayed inside the points. He's now sitting 30th. It's kind of about it that far back as far as besides Colton Mitchell of Moto 1 point scores. Craig Leaks 24th. Lang 21.
Wanted to quickly apologize that I said Shakun again. It's Skakun. Nick Skakun.
Tyler Lang, who battled from 40th to 10th last moto, he is currently 20th, so he has the speed and the ability to get up there, but man, another rough start to this moto.
Yeah, everybody's kind of opened up these little bit of gap here.
Yeah, Dickerson still leading, still running hot laps. Wheelan 202 as well. Ben Seberg down in third actually is going to let Gebhardt by, and Moxie, maybe even Kyle Robb, but yeah, nothing too tight like they were first moto. That was just crazy all day, or all race. Oh, Seberg still tossing it. Almost doesn't bring back the Oppo. Top 5, just still sending it.
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
All these guys still pretty tight knit together now as Gebhardt up the road a ways trying to run down Wheelan. Still Dickerson though, who has stretched out his lead.
Yeah, Gebhardt and Moxie, and Seberg kind of closing in on Wheelan a little bit, but another good battle for 789 with Devin Ryan, Eaglin, and Decope, some NorCal guys. But other than that, kind of starting to spread out a little bit behind them. This battle for second could heat up soon.
All right, so finally able to take a look at official results as they were for Moto 1. They've now been posted on Race Factory's website. Mitchell was able to pick up the victory. Kyle Robb, Walter Gebhardt, Jordan Moxie, Sean Klein were the top 5. So those are the guys we'll be keeping an eye on overall-wise. Kind of comes down, I think, to Gebhardt and Robb here in this situation. I guess Moxie is a bit of a player as well, but no sign of Colton Mitchell.
Was Wheelan not up there?
Wheelan was 6th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 6'2", wow. And Isaiah Dickerson, 2:01.6 last lap.
And Dickerson was 7th, so he's going 7-1 as we speak. So I guess he's kind of in the discussion as well.
it might be really tight with the overall point score finishing, man, might even be in the 30s, 39 or low 40s as far as their overall points. Whelan tips over, Gebhardt gets around him in the second. Seberg right there, Moxie right there, Rob there. Man, this 6-2, 6 to second position battle is no joke right now.
Yeah, these guys are all going for it, and everybody's laying it over, dropping into the valley. Awesome to see.
I think it's almost more important on the 250 because they want to get the tires down and get the power down, to get that drive up the hill as Moxie goes down in front of Rob, but they really need that drive, so they really try to land as perfect as they can on that thing. They are running fast lap times. Dickerson with another 2:01 flat, second fastest lap of the race. Gebhardt 2:03, 2:06, Seberg 2:02, but he's down. These guys have figured out the track at this time in the moto, and they're still sending hot laps.
Oh, and Gebhardt goes down right in front of Whelan. Whelan's going to get up in second, but goodness graciousness.
Ooh, Rob doesn't see him.
Isaiah Dickerson is gone right now. So yeah, Rob and Gebhardt kind of in a bit of a scrum over who wants to win the overall, it seems. Gebhardt 3-3? That would be to 7-1, right?
44. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to pull up those results that you have.
3-3 would be 40 points for Gebhardt. 7-1 would be 40 points for Dickerson, right? 7th place is 15 points. So it's a tie with Dickerson getting the overall. So Gebhardt needs to go better than third here. Or 7th, 14 points.
Oh no. Wow. Where's D. Davis when you need him?
7th is 14 points. My apologies. So yes, actually, as they run, Gebhardt wins the overall on a 3-3. Rob on a 2-4 will tie Gebhardt, but finish second overall. But still a lot of racing left to be had. I mean, we just crashed past the halfway point. And lo and behold, here comes Devin Ryan, by the way, who had spoken earlier in between motos about how he finished up in 21st and he's going to come out and win the second moto. Well, it's a much better second moto regardless for our Versus PC one to watch in that first race. Moxie going down back here. Gonzalez, Copeland, Fitzpatrick having a great moto ahead of Sean Klein. Then Roy Mitchell, and your points leader, Tyler Lang. So Lang having about the most nightmare-ish day he could think of.
Yeah, points are going to get shaken up so much. You got Phil Bull, Jack Gatlin, Plessinger, Jacob Warden, Hutcherson. Trent Adams holding off 20th place right now, but man, Devin Ryan in 6th, not too far behind Ben Seberg in 5th. And Kyle Robb even. That's why I want to check in on him. He seems to do really well in these second motos.
I want to give a big shout out though to Neil Fitzpatrick, who we've talked none about today, but the Proline Designs number 497 machine, scoring points in that first race. He was able to finish up in 19th, now running a very solid 11th. Doesn't look like it's going to get much worse than this. Maybe lose 3 or 4 positions if he has a real bad late race here, but looking real solid.
Our battle for seconds heating up. Gebhardt's only half second down, trying to look inside the Whelan in certain corners, but also shout out Isaiah Dickerson, 2-minute flat 8, fastest lap of the race for him, last lap still, and he's got a 28-second lead even after a slide out, 29. He's checked out.
Yeah, he's absolutely ripping as we're on board now with Gebhardt giving chase. Look, it goes up and hops onto the table, and he gets the pass done. It does look like he may be cutting just a little bit to do that, but that's freaking incredible.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody can clip that. I haven't seen them. I've seen people do it in qualifying, but I haven't seen the way he's doing it. You really have to watch yourself to not cut that bail, but... Man, the balls to send that in the race. As Eaglin goes down, drops back to 8th. Moxie into 7th. Ryan into 6th. Again. Moxie Eaglin down right before the finish. That allows Kevin Gonzalez to get a twofer up into 7th place.
More guys coming through, I think. Yeah, Fitzpatrick just moved up ahead.
Yeah, into 8th. Nice. 5-man battle for 8th. That seems to be the theme of the night.
Yeah, these guys are all going for it. We got Eagland in here with Copeland, Klein off the back, and Moxie right there as well. As Copeland goes down. Copeland swaps down into turn number 1 and hits the deck. So now we got a 4-rider battle.
And we do have a replay.
And now Eagland goes down, trying to wait for this battle to kind of stop before we take a look at that replay. Klein getting a couple more positions.
Laying into another 10th. Fitzpatrick trying to get away from Klein, who's at 9th. Moxie right there. Moxie's fell back a lot. He really just wants to salvage this moto and wait for it to be over.
So while things have settled down, let's go ahead and take a look at this clip here. Old Salty Walty Gebhardt here. We'll scoot up ahead in the demo a little bit. So here's what we're talking about, folks. What he's able to do here in this corner, he'll cut in from the outside and cut across to this big bump. I think he's cutting bails here. I don't see how you're not taking that line. It looks like he's going right over the top of at least a couple bails and able to make the pass. I mean, pretty incredible stuff, no doubt. But the big question is, will he get cuts from the cutting system? And if he does, would that be maybe even protestable to say he's passing off track?
Yeah, that time I'm not sure. It looks like the bail that is on the lip, he didn't cut. But the one that's inside of the corner after that, it looks like he's going over it. But I know he's not cutting timing gates there, so he won't get cut. So it's going to come down to a protest decision.
So Neil Fitzpatrick still having the ride of his career. Up in P8, holding off Sean Klein. Oh, but Klein might have a run on him here. Trying to get around down the outside, but not able to get it. Oh, almost sent it too far into the corner. Oh, and we got riders down. That was Kevin Gonzalez who was down with it, a lapped rider, I believe. And Gonzalez still getting saucy, as is whomever that lapped rider is. Up ahead, Ben Seberg and Gunnar, or I keep wanting to say Gunnar Fugler, but it's Kyle Robb.
Yeah, Seberg's closing in, gonna go inside, not gonna do that line, but try to just switch it up a little bit. Kyle Robbing, they're only 2.6 seconds behind Gebhardt, so these guys are one small mistake away from losing second as Whelan, losing third. Wait, I messed it all up.
Man, look at that. Colton Mitchell getting lapped right now by Walter Gebhardt. Not too often you
Whelan's a lot closer than I thought, though.
Not too often you see someone just getting straight lapped after winning a race. It's been that kind of moto, though, for Mitchell, and it all started with that big off-track flipping excursion that he had. On board now with Walter Gebhardt, 23.5 minutes into this thing.
trying to chase down Wheelan, 0.6 seconds a lap slower last time. They're starting to fight through a lot more ruts and bumps. We're almost to the time when the moto ended earlier, but these guys got to figure it out. Going around the lap rider right here. Kyle Robb and Seberg so close behind though. Wheelan might OJ here, not too bad. Still using that inside roller.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick and Klein still just duking it out. We also have Eagland right here in the mix, Roy Mitchell. These guys are not giving each other an inch. Klein might have a run. Thinks better of it.
Yeah, Klein looking outside, gonna try to carry the momentum around into this big jump. Let's see if he can scrub it and get past him underneath him at all. Doesn't scrub at all. Let's see if they switch it up over this inside roller and outside. Fitzpatrick over.
Carrying momentum, pulls alongside to the outside and cuts over. They get together and Klein goes down. Fitzpatrick also goes down. So Eagland goes on through. Mitchell of the Roy variety.
Moxie. Wow. Moxie tips Klein over again. That was just a bad move by Klein.
Yeah, I can't imagine why he would want to cross jump him coming up the hill right there. He had an option to go outside and maybe still make the pass.
Yeah, I think he could have done it. Maybe he thought he had, I don't know if he's first or third person, but he definitely didn't have the room on him. They were about even, so you definitely don't have the inside right there, and you know that one or both of you is going to go down if you move over right there.
So an unfortunate turn of events really cost Sean Klein in that situation. Resetting things for just a moment, we got Dickerson leading from Wheelan and Gebhardt, who are continuing their hot and heavy battle. Let's stick for this one for just a moment.
So we finished last moto right around 26 minutes, and they were running at least 210s, right? Remember the leaders? They're still running 207s, 206, 203 for Walter Gebhardt in third, so these guys have figured out how to race this track late in the moto still pretty fast. As Gebhardt blows the berm a little bit, it's going to lose some time on Wheelan. Man, got to try to mount a charge back up on him.
Just as soon as Gebhardt seemed to get close to Wheelan, it's like open back up a little bit again. Gebhardt has this really quick speed all the way up the hills. Oh, saved it!
No way.
Clipped the pole.
Take it easy, that downhill is so rough. Wheelan off the track, missing one timing gate, gonna get back on. They're still hitting that inside. That's pretty difficult to do. Gebhardt a few small mistakes. Wheelan passing a lapper, but he's by clean. Gebhardt's pushing so hard. He's dropping that gap, but he's making a lot more tiny mistakes. His lap times and his speed right now show he can do it, but I'm not sure if he's got the consistency to stay up. Oh, Wheelan goes down, clips a SpongeBob or a tough block on the inside. Hey, Bale. Wheelan, another little mistake. Yeah, that's. He hasn't pulled it out too much from about the halfway point, but still to hold on to that 30-second lead. Laying it down.
So overalls, excuse me, should be Gebhardt with the win on a 3-2. Rob on a 2-4 gets second. And Mitchell on a 7-1 would get third. All unofficial, of course. Why did I say Mitchell? Dickerson is what I meant. Because Mitchell is still, I believe, outside of the points after his win in race number 1. So it was a bad sequence of events there for the 6.
Where do you have the results at from other one?
RaceFactoryGaming.com, and then you click on the events page, North American Nationals, Pro Series, Round 4, and then there's a drop-down menu that you can select 250s and then like generic MX Moto 1 or something like that.
Got it. I didn't switch to the second.
Rob's actually up to third now as well, so he is once again going to tie Gebhardt on points for the day. But Gebhardt still would win the overall, 3-2. Talked a little bit at the beginning of the program about how Dickerson, who was about 70 points down starting the evening, had a big hill to climb here tonight. And on his way to probably picking up the win here in Moto number 2 could be the start of a lot of positivity for him. And he will lose 1 point to Gebhardt on the final standings for the day. But technically speaking, he's going to gain about 11 points closer towards the top of the tables than where he was entering the evening. So gotta imagine it's going to look like a win for him tonight. Ending up on the podium, getting back in his mojo.
Man, I don't know. Whelan coming up on Rob in third. That would tie Rob for the overall that he would lose. But if Whelan takes the way, Rob won't be tied for second or tied for first anymore. So Whelan trying to push for third place. Oh, Rob goes down.
Oh, yeah, Rob flipping down the inside. Hits the deck, and Whelan goes back on by. Seberg is actually going to make the pass on Rob as well. So Rob loses a couple of positions there in that sequence of events. Devin Ryan.
Points them out really quick. Dickerson only has a 12-second lead. How many laps are they going to have? 1 or 2, but 2:16 last time by. Gebhardt's not out of touch of this win.
Yeah, it should be 2 laps to go. But you're absolutely right that this has closed down a lot, and another mistake for Dickerson.
Both Gebhardt almost loses it. Both of them in the 2-minute flats. Fastest lap time was 1:58, 1:59, then the rest were 2 minutes. So these guys are absolutely shredding. Just shredding. Kyle Robb trying to pick up Seberg for fourth, trying to close in on that. Dickerson, way different line up there at the top of the hill, all the way around the outside. Keeping the smooth lines going, trying to stay nice and clean to get this win.
Yeah, only a couple of lappers would still be ahead of him on this final lap of the race.
Ooh.
That downhill is getting nasty.
Yeah.
What a difference that those extra 6 minutes or so are going to make on this downhill, because it is getting super chopped out.
1 lap to go, down to 8.8, now 9.0. We got a 2:11 by Dickerson with a few lappers that he'll probably get to 2:07 by Gebhardt, so not over yet at all for this second moto win.
Gebhardt is absolutely going to push this thing to the line to at least get it somewhat close.
Yeah, Dickerson with a slide out, gonna lose 2 to 3 seconds from that, maybe. See Gebhardt with a little mistake there as well. No, Gebhardt over the edge of the bridge and goes down.
That's going to spell the end of the challenge there for Gebhardt and allow Dickerson to perhaps cruise this thing home, but nothing is ever easy, especially with how many lappers are still mixed in. Oh, and Dickerson, oh my goodness.
Almost the same thing 2 laps in a row, huh?
That could have been really bad.
Gebhardt did the same a few corners back, slowed out, so man, these guys are survival of the fittest right now, but Dickerson just needs to slow up and try to bring this thing home. Air humps mid-whip.
Yeah, I think he's got to be pretty excited to at least turn this thing around here in the second moto and come out with a win. Try to start his ascent forward towards getting back in this title fight on some level if he can. He still has 16 motos to do something about it after this. But for
Man, a
now,
lot of battles all throughout the field.
taking it one step at a time is Isaiah Dickerson. And he's going to notch off his first moto win of the season right here as he turns around at the bottom of the hill, comes back up. And all the way to the top, up the triple one last time. And through the final corner he goes. The win in Moto 2 belongs to Isaiah Dickerson. But the overall on the day is going to go to this man. And it should also give him the points lead after an abysmal day for Tyler Lang. Walter Gebhardt comes through the final corner, and he has won the High Point National in the 250 class. We'll see some shiny red backgrounds on that bike next week. Seberg is trying to fight Whelan all the way to the final corner, but falls just a bit short. Devin Ryan and Kyle Robb still battling as well. Robb throwing caution to the wind down the hill is going to cause him to go down.
Oh,
That's going to give Lang a crucial position.
Man, Devin Ryan, he's always better in second moto. It's a lot better, but he was up in the 6th, and man, a long, hard-fought battle in the 5th, but definitely a better second moto for him. Tyler Lang crosses the finish line in 6th.
7th, Kyle Robb. 8th will be Eagland. 9th for Klein. And 10th for Kevin Gonzalez. As long as he hangs on coming down the hill. Roy Mitchell still charging. Sending it into the braking bumps. But able to corral it together. And we got Jordan Moxey and Neil Fitzpatrick duking it out all the way to the finish line as well.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick up into at least 8th earlier, trying to go down to this middle right or outside, trying to pick up another spot, but 13th, a great finish for Neil Fitzpatrick here.
Yeah, 19-13 on the day, follows Moxey home. Moxey 4th in the first moto, 12th in the second, going to be a little disappointed with that, and Fitzpatrick crosses the line 13th. Copeland's going to pick up 14th here, and Craig Leake looks like he will hold off Phil Bull for 15th, although Bull throws it into the final corner and got pretty dang close.
2/10 too, 35 minute or 37 minutes long time to race, so watch out for cuts on that one.
Gatland and Hutcherson over the line 18th, 19th for Trent Adams, and 20th was Jake Warden. Cuts are in. And nothing changed, it appears. Oh, actually, no. Seberg got around Whelan on cuts just barely. If Whelan was a little bit faster through that final corner, it would not have been the case. But at the end of the day, Walter Gebhardt is your winner here at High Point and taking the red plate with him to next week at WW Ranch. That's going to do it for us here on the 250 stream. As we get geared up for the 450 action coming up on the other side of a quick break, you're watching the 2019 Ride365.com Nationals live on SYS TV. We'll be right back.